Gee, almost forgot. What about that, Judith? She's really spinning well now. Whoa. Fast trackers, hello. I wish you could see the sunrise here. It is spooky stuff. As you know, Australia is going through hell. We're here with bushfires and stuff. 2,000 homes been burnt down, but our capital cities are okay. But the poor people out in the country and all the poor little animals, it's been pretty tough. There's still over 100 fires here in New South Wales, but the sun coming up this morning, it's gone up behind the clouds now. It looked like something from looked like Mars or something like that. Pretty spooky stuff. Let's do some music. Hey, did you hear that, Cherie? I just had a quick look. Yeah, okay, here we go. Well, I love music every day. And puts a smile on my face. I love music every day. It puts a smile on my face. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. How you going? Where's my coffee? It's over here. As usual, not really sure what is there, and she knows what she wants to do. G'day, Cherie. You know, most music is in 4/4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, 95% of the stuff that you hear on the radio is in 4/4. Occasionally, you'll get one that's in 3/4. Now, Judith mentioned one just a little while ago. Okay. Let me call you sweetheart. I don't know it. That's in 3/4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Let me call you sweetheart. I'm in love with. Blah. That's in 3/4. Now, extremely rarely, you'll find a piece in 5/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's only a couple of famous ones. I wrote one once. It's not famous though. I wrote a musical called Blades way back in the 80s. It was based on a book by Susan Hinton called The Outsiders. And the music was performed by many schools around Australia and New Zealand. And we had a song in there called Talk to Me, and that was in 5/4. Something like that. Anyway, Cherie's asked me to do Take 5. Dave Brubeck from the late 50s. I'm not going to play the whole tune. I've never ever learned it. Maybe I should, hey? Maybe I should learn it. But what I'm going to show you is just the very start of it, Cherie. It's in E minor. I just looked it up a while ago, hoping that I could quickly show you how to play the tune. And the only one I could find was in D minor. But I looked up on Spotify and it's in E minor. Groovy, isn't it? Groovy. Right. So there's an E minor chord. So you go boom ba ba ba, boom ba ba ba. Yeah. So you got to do that. Boom ba ba ba. Now you don't need a piano to practice this. If you're nowhere near a piano, you could be just doing it on your leg. Yeah. Because the hard part is the rhythm. Then it goes B, D. I believe Dave Brubeck was the only jazz musician to get on the cover of Time magazine. You might want to look that up, Stephen, if you're around. Dave Brubeck. He died a couple of years ago. This was one of his things. He was a great muso who was able to join sort of classical type ideas to jazzy type ideas, and this was one of them. B, D. Actually, in the right hand, you've got to play F sharp, A, D there. Ah, that's what you got to do. So, really, that's a B minor 7 chord. Here's a B minor chord, and if you put an A on it, you've got a B minor 7. Sounds a bit high there. Let's do it down here. Groovy. So the second half is, so you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other 5/4 piece that I know that's fairly famous is from Jesus Christ Superstar by Andrew Lloyd Webber. Everything's all right. Everything's all right. Yes, everything's fine. Everything's all right. Great song. I reckon Jesus Christ Superstar is his best show. I haven't given Phantom of the Opera probably its due course, but I remember when Jesus Christ Superstar came out, it was pretty good stuff, you know. Okay, there's enough of what is it called? Take 5, Cherie. I might have a look at the rest and maybe work it up. Now, listen, I want to share with you something that I've been working on. A friend of mine and I have sort of been developing this little course. It's called Scale Up. I'll better write it down. Oh, well, maybe you can see this. I don't know if you can see this. I'm going to write it down so you can find it. Hey, hey, da 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 da. Okay, here we go. Now let's see if we can get in there. www. Do we really have to say that? Scale up. Piano.com. Is that it? Yeah. ScaleUpPiano.com/C major. Okay. Take note of that. This will help you. ScaleUpPiano.com/C major. You might want to have a quick look now. I'm going to show it to you on my iPad. Man, this seat is dangerous. Here it is. ScaleUpPiano.com. Now, there's 12 major scales. C, G, F, D, B flat, A, E flat. What's next? E, A flat, B, D flat, and G flat. The last one could be called F sharp. The jury's out on that. Most people want to call it G flat, so I'll call it G flat. Now, what's the point of all this? When you're playing music, as beginners, you probably play most of the time in C major. Okay? But there's 11 other keys. There's 11 other keys that you really should know something about. Otherwise, you're going to get stuck and just play in C major the whole time. Okay, so get ready. ScaleUpPiano.com. Now, what's happening in there? In January, I do this with my students here in the studio. In January, we do... actually, I don't teach in January. Only you lot, you know. I could be in bed now. No, I love you all. Yeah. Hey, Jude wanted to know about the classroom. Let's see if I can get the classroom going. Where is it? Ta-da! Now, I haven't done anything with the classroom for ages. If you want to be part of the classroom, send in your picture. Look at them. Look at all those beautiful people there. Send in a picture, and let me know where you live. Well, you don't have to tell me your street address, but you just what town and what country, and I'll put you up there. Yeah. I mean, half those characters have probably wandered off now to somebody else by now, but I'm not sure. Maybe you'd like to say hello. If you're on there, say, "Hey, Daryl, there's me. There's a picture of me." Okay. Right. I know Stephen's always there. Cherie's always there. And Judith, of course. I'm not sure about the others, whether they're still hanging around. Be nice to hear from you. Yeah. Say hello. Yeah. Cherie, yes, I know. There's minor keys too, but I'm not even going to think about that. There's 12 minor keys, but we'll just look at the major ones. Now, when I start teaching again in February, my classroom students here, we'll do C major, but you can start it right now. If you go to that website that I just showed you, see this one here, ScaleUpPiano.com/C major. If you go there, check it out. See, I've designed all this myself here. Well, with my friend Samantha, and we've got right hand. And then when you do the right, shows you the fingers for the scale. And here we've got what I call Dreamland. If you hit the red button, it will play some nice meditation type music in C major. And you can just improvise over the top of it. Just have fun. Yeah, remember that? Having fun? Underneath that, we've got the right hand scale, what it looks like written down as pure music. Now, a lot of people don't like to read music. Well, this is your opportunity to start learning it without being too tricky. Underneath that, we've got snail, tortoise, rabbit, cheetah, and roadrunner. If you hit these buttons here, you will play along and just practice along with the video on here. It goes up and down 5 times. Starts off very slow, snail, and you see my hand. You will actually see my hand, and you can follow it. If you put your iPad on or your piano or your laptop just over there, and you can watch it while you play, and you'll get better. Now, C major is the easiest one. There's no black notes. So, all the other months. In March, I do G major. In April, I do F major, etc., etc. Until you get to the end of the year, you got G flat, which is the hard one. Yeah. Now, not only do you do the scales, but there's more. Yes, there's more. If you go down the bottom here, part 2 is left hand. It shows you how to do it with the left hand, and then you can have a little improvisation in the left hand. Now, you probably never improvised in the left hand before, because normally the right hand does it all. Well, you can have a go. Have a go. And there's the left-hand scale. It's not coming up at the moment, internet. And then we go to part 3, and it shows you the 6 most common chords in the key of C major. There they are. C, D minor, E minor, F. You can make it bigger in case you can't see it too well, right? How about that? And here is a video where you play along with the chords, and it's called Pachelbel's Canon, and you play along with the chords. And when you do all this, when you do it all, I won't go on about this the whole lesson, but when you do this, you hit the red button. See the red button here? Now, if you do this on a computer, you should be fine. But if you're doing it on a laptop or your phone, then you'll need an app. You'll need the Google Documents app. I think it will tell you that anyway, and you've got to download it. That's a bit of a pain if you're not into technology, but if you're doing it on your computer, it should go straight to here. Now look at this. This has got all the activities, starting at the bottom, keyboard, dreamland, tortoise, rabbit, road, and you fill them in. You fill them in. You just click that on, and you fill it in with a paint tin over here. Ah. There you go. Wrong one. And you can put your name at the top. Here where it says student, put your name in there. And you can just fill it in. See how you go. Now I'm going to give you this one just to see how we go with it. See how you feel, if you're comfortable with it. And you can let me know. Give me some feedback on it. C major, what is it? ScaleUpPiano.com/C major. Just play around. Give it a shot. Okay. Okay, somebody sent me an email and said they wanted to know a little bit about, could you please play some country music for us folks? For us young folk. This was Tony. Are you there, Tony? Tony. Is there technical problems? Hope not. Why, is there buffering problems? Oh well, I'll just keep going. Now, what was I going to say? I've forgotten now. Oh yes, I'm going to play a little bit of country stuff. So this is Behind Closed Door by, I think it's Charlie Pride. I know Stephen McGivern loves this song. Now the chords are... When you got behind closed doors. Now that doesn't sound particularly country, does it? It'll sound a little bit more country if you do this in the left hand. Octave, then chord. Octave, then chord. So. Yeah, so you got F to an F chord, then an octave G to an octave C. I don't know the rest of it. Anyway, it sounds a little bit country, doesn't it? A little bit country. Another thing you can do is, instead of just going... Instead of just playing an A like that, instead of just playing it straight, you could squash onto it. Do that. So you go... Yeah? Now, Floyd Kramer did a lot of this, and I've got an intensive... Oh, by the way, I intend to do... most of the stuff on my website, fasttrackpiano.com, is level 1 and level 2. Pretty beginner stuff. I've got a lot of third level arrangements here, which are quite intensive, and I intend to try a few out. I've already got 2 on there now, Shallow and Last Date, and you can have a look at them. But I've got a lot of others that I'm going to do. I did one yesterday, Penny Lane by the Beatles. Let's have a look at it. I haven't done the video for this yet, but it's in a bad key too. It's in B major. So what's the next bit? Over here. I haven't practiced it, but I've spent a fair bit of time getting the arrangement together, and I need to practice it, then video it and teach it. It'll end up being, it'll probably be 3/4 of an hour worth of video, so you can really play it well. Not like me just then, but so you can really know it. And I've got the arrangement here, so I intend to do a fair bit of that this year. Now, for those people that are just rank beginners, it'll still be okay. You can do it in little segments and just do a little bit at a time until you work it up. It'll be a major project. Getting back to the behind closed door country thing. It's that flip. Another flip there. This little flip thing is probably overdone if you do it too much. Oh, I'm just going to do it on the first one. It sounds a bit country, doesn't it? How do you make it even sound more country than that? Well, we can use our old friend Floyd Kramer. In the gaps, you can do some tricky little things. The little Floyd flip. Let's see if I can do that. Woohoo! Now you're cooking. Cooking. Da 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 da. Hey, good looking. Oh my God, did I ever think that I'd be playing Hank Williams' Hey Good Looking at 6:30 on a Monday morning? Getting back to this, did you see that little Floyd flip that I did? Now, I've showed this a few times before, but, not everybody's seen my 800 videos. Oh, by the way, how are we going? We only got 6 minutes left. I passed 21,000 subscribers the other day. I was so excited in the middle of December last year. I got 20,000, so it's up to 21,000 now. Isn't that fantastic? Thank you. Thank you for your support. Okay, excuse me. So that little flip is D and G. You put your thumb on D and your fourth finger on G. Now you'll use this forever, it's fantastic. And then you flip up onto an E. See that? So D and G together, then flip up onto E. You gotta take your thumb off. Can't leave it down. Like that. Down in the boondocks. Down in the boondocks. Okay. Oh, add an extra note at the end, C. So that adds a little bit of country. Yeah. Okay, did anybody get on to C major? Third level, yeah. Well, I've got heaps of them. Andrea. Listed on your website. No, I've got about 50 of them here. Man, I haven't got enough time. I was doing some gardening yesterday, and it needed it. We're walking around with buckets. We got buckets. My wife's fantastic. She puts a bucket in the sink, and she turns on the hot water, and she collects all that water, and it takes a while to get hot. So instead of that water going down the drain, we're in big drought here in Australia. You know, we're okay in the city, but, you know, you got to do your bit. So what she does, well, I do it too. In the shower, I hold the bucket up to the shower head and turn on the hot water, and it takes about 15 seconds to get hot, and I don't particularly want to jump in the shower dead cold at the beginning. I have a cold shower at the end. Why am I sharing this stuff with you? I got no idea. Anyway, so we fill up the bucket. Bucket gets half full of water, and we put it on the plants, throw it in on the garden out the back. Saving water, see? Our most precious commodity. And she's been doing it for years. She's very good like that. Okay, so what have I got here? I don't know. I don't know what I'm up to. I've got something else here. Cherie's written me an email. Can you discuss tomorrow to remind me how important to practice scales and chords in order for more seamless hand placements when playing pieces? I noticed when learning above going from octaves, it took me ages to get it right. Is that because I am so proficient? I haven't become proficient. It's a great feeling when you look, Cherie. Everybody's brain is different. You know, thank goodness for that. We all got different ways of learning. Some people love to look at golf sticks. They just love to see things written down. Other people love to just watch. Like I used to watch my father, do his carpentry and stuff when I was a kid, and I just learned from that. He didn't say, "Son, do this." You put your nail here and you do that. He didn't do that. I just hung around and I just watched. So you pick up things from observation, and that's what's happening here on YouTube. People are just watching observation, but eventually you got to be on your own. In the end, you got to be able to find out what all these golf sticks mean, and or you're just going to miss out on a lot of different stuff. So how do you learn? Well, just a bit at a time. Try the scale up program. And see how you go. I'd love to see get some feedback from that. Just give it a shot. Get on there, have a listen, and have a bit of a play around. It's like when you watch any of Daryl's, that drives him to the top, so he's more likely to be on page 1 of any search. Is that true, Judith? Thank you, Judith. We all want to be number 1. 1 is the loneliest number you'll ever do. 2 can be as bad as 1. There was a song called One, which was number 1 in the late 60s here in Australia. Our fantastic singer by the name of John Farnham. He's had several peaks in his career. He never made it overseas, but he was certainly huge here in Australia. And the song number 1, I think it was Three Dog Night. I'm not sure. And maybe you could look that one up. 1 is the loneliest number you will ever do. 2 can be as bad as 1. Da, 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 da. I gotta go, folks. I gotta go. So if there was technical issues today, I'm sorry. It's out of my control, as John Malkovich said in Dangerous Liaisons 2, Glenn Close. It's out of my control. I'm sorry. Anyway, we'll see you next time. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe if you want to, if you haven't done that already. And check it out. ScaleUpPiano.com/C major. Read all the instructions there. Give it a shot. Okay? Take care, and you can send me an email and let me know. Oh, by the way, if you want not a free, 50% discount on any of the songs in the song shop, say you were watching the show now. Penny Lane. That's the password. Penny Lane. If you send me an email now, in the next 5 minutes, you can have one song from the song shop for $5 instead of 10. So just say, Daryl, watch the show today. Password is Penny Lane. Would love to see the Saints go marching in level 1. Okay? And you hit the donate button in the top right-hand corner. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you next time. Okay, take care.